everyone's drunk. It's 9 o'clock. Everyone's already hammered.
What are you doing? Get a chicken in the car.
Get out.
Get out of here.
Oh man.
It's $60 worth of pie slices, and I'm gonna start eating it immediately.
How to attract sharks. Thrash violently.
Get in. I'm gonna hit something. We got problems.
Yeah.
Woo! Key West embraces what it is, like few places in the world. Across our nation, there is, if you look, a remarkable diversity in culture, cuisine, and climate. As much as united, it is also very much states. But one thing that brings together the overwhelming swath of the country is the American work ethic. This can mean many things, but for our purposes, it's the commitment to commerce and the general strive towards the possibility of tremendous upside via personal toil. Hard work built this nation, and however tepidly, it's how it endures. But across this great expanse of hustle, a select few beacons of deviance stick out like red pins on a map of beige. You can probably count them on one hand. They are the outliers, the defiant ones, the plucky few communities whose mere existence tells us that there's another way, who say, yes, we understand the value of a buck and the importance of employment, but maybe it isn't all so serious. Maybe they had it backwards when they made the work week 5 days and the weekend only 2. This little island in the Florida Keys is one such place. A town that never hesitates to leave it until tomorrow because there's rum to drink and fish to eat and the company of your neighbors to enjoy. It is an antidote for the overworked and a community that loves you fiercely so long as you're one of them. And when you're there, you're one of them. Its history is rich and exotic. This island once seceded from the U.S., declared war on the mainland, and then surrendered after only 1 minute. All of it, seemingly, as a goof. It's the Conch Republic, it's the end of the road, and it's the southernmost point in the United States. It's Key West, Florida, and this is The Dispatch, Episode 5. Part of going to Key West is getting to Key West. A 3.5-hour drive from the Miami airport on a route with one way in and one way out. Yes, there's an airport on the island, but that's the coward's approach. The real ones earn it and take the scenic and leisurely cruise down Highway 1 and the full breadth of the Florida Keys. The island chain is like nothing in America, all connected by a single road and each with its own subtle personality. We stop halfway at Isla Mirada for a late lunch at Hog Heaven. As soon as you get out of the car, you feel the moisture in the air, the humidity, and I have always loved that moment because that to me is like I'm on vacation. Like I'm somewhere, it's January, I'm somewhere nice, it's 70 degrees out, it's cloudy, it's not even sunny, it doesn't matter. You feel that humidity when you step out of the car, all the cares go away. The drive southward continues leisurely. As the sun sets in front of us, we make one more stop before our destination to refuel on Little Torch Key.
I've been impressed that every single key's got like something cool about it you can see from the car, and all you have to do is pull over and just take it in and give it a chance, but Kiki's is pretty rad.
This is clearly the place to be in and around the Little Torch Key area.
On a Wednesday night.
It's bumping. Yeah, this is great. I could easily drink 5 of these in a row. I gotta be careful.
Finally, landfall on Key West, somewhere around 8 p.m. It reminds me a bit of Provincetown in that every stop on the drive seems to get smaller and smaller until you reach the end and the population explodes. Key West is the reward for your efforts and a sight to behold for weary travelers. You can feel the nighttime electricity in the air.
Can you feel it? I can feel it. There's a life force in the air. Can you feel it?
It's like that old Southern charm.
Yeah.
With a hint of Jimmy Buffett, you know?
Duval Street is a sight to behold. It's lively, animated, and, as I may have mentioned, highly inebriated. It's the only 14-block stretch in the world where you can walk from the Gulf of Mexico to the Atlantic Ocean, and one of just a few I've been to that offers phallic-themed hot dog carts.
The logo's amazing.
If there's one thing this island takes seriously, it's partying, and this is the heart of the party. We enjoy some very loud cocktails at Sloppy Joe's, then retire down the street for wings and tuna nachos, because there is much to do in the morning.
I got your mic.
Yes. Yep, still on. Oh, there we go. A little stiff. All right.
The golf cart is the preferred method of motorized travel in Key West, and that, as much as anything, tells you what you need to know about this place.
Does this thing have pilot assist?
Where do you use your signal?
I did. Left here?
Yeah, there's red light. Don't.
Straight?
You guys have no idea how much is on my shoulders right now.
Great field of vision in this thing.
Ernest Hemingway is not America's best novelist, but he may be its most interesting. Big game hunter, deep-sea fisherman, and wartime ambulance driver, among many other things, his personal story was at least as grand as his literary works. Hemingway defied the more modern idea that writers should be meek and introverted. He once survived 2 plane crashes in 2 consecutive days. And he lived here for a decade and wrote a good chunk of his life's work in an upstairs studio. He seemingly happened upon the island, but fell in love with it immediately, calling it the best place I've ever been, anytime, anywhere. His house is now a museum.
This was his spot.
Yes, and when he lived here, there was a catwalk from the master bedroom here, so he would just roll out of bed and just walk right across.
Stupid question, but he wrote on a typewriter.
He wrote on a typewriter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi.
That's Frida. She likes to make sure she gets her photo credit.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, we will credit you, Frida. How many cats on property?
We have 61 cats on property.
And what's the deal with the cats?
It all started when Hemingway lived here with his sons. They befriended Captain Stanley Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
And most port towns have a high population of polydactyl cats where they have the extra toes.
Okay.
Because ship captains thought they were good luck because they would be better hunters with their extra paws, and they'll help keep the vermin down and stuff on the boats. Because they said that they were good luck, and Ernest, being superstitious, was like, well, I need all the luck I can get. So when Captain Stanley had a kitten, he gifted it to them. And so there's a famous Ernest quote that one cat just leads to another.
We were talking about Hemingway on the way over here. I'm like a casual understander of the Hemingway thing. Like, yeah. It's very, I feel like more than most writers, more than most novelists, like his thing, his lore, for lack of a better term, is very interesting, very cool. He's got a little most interesting man in the world to him. Is that why people love to come here, do you think?
I think so. So I think we have a huge mix of guests. They come for the cats, the gardens, the history, but also the literary side.
Yeah.
And some people are fans of his writing, and some are just fans of the life he lived.
Yes, the life he lived.
The life he lived is very adventurous, very like, he lived life to the fullest. The safaris, fishing, hunting. Even though he only lived a short 10 years here on the island, this is where he wrote the bulk of his life's work.
Really?
Yeah, so it was very inspirational for him. It gave him a lot of materials to work with.
So wait, which wife was here?
Pauline.
Pauline. And did he die married to one of them?
Married,
okay. Where did do you know where he ended up? Where, like, he died?
Oh, in Ketchum, Idaho, with his 4th wife, Mary.
He just was trying to get it right. Okay, so speaking of his temperament and everything else, how much did he drink? Do we know?
No.
Like a fair amount, right?
Yeah, and I think back then that's how the doctors would prescribe you to drink if you had like any ailments or anything.
Right.
Like, oh, just drink some rum, you're fine.
Yes.
Oh, you're sad? Drink.
Just drink, yeah.
You're fine.
You're right, it was medicine until, like, not that long ago, actually.
People might still use it as an
Some do. We did last night. Now, you're from Key West.
Yeah, I am.
You're born and raised here.
Yep.
How many of you are there who are from here? Seems like everybody's from somewhere else.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
the most part, there is. I mean, like, all my friends are born here. We all are here.
Okay. Have you ever like tried to leave?
Yeah, for college and
Right.
stuff, and then we just came back.
Where'd you go to college?
Jacksonville, UNF.
Okay, and what's it like being in Jacksonville versus being here in Key West?
I was like fish out of water.
Okay.
It was like a culture shock for
Why?
me. I think because it's just like a bigger spread out city, and like growing up here, we were just so used to like being a tight knit community. So then like when I went there and there's like worldly issues, I'm like, oh, I'm not used to this.
Interesting.
Like people didn't like somebody because of like their orientation or their color, and I was like, oh, I'm not used to that.
You're not used to that. Because it's still, so what is
Because
the
I went to
vibe?
a school where it was like I was the minority. Like it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah, interesting.
I was like, I don't
like
understand.
Island business, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Especially when there's like a hurricane or anything, it doesn't matter who you are. We're all going to help each other because we're all here together, stuck.
Get me down on my knees and pray. Don't you know that dress you're wearing is made out of fiberglass? Oh, so down home.
Nearly a century ago, this restaurant used to be an open-air boxing ring where Hemingway would referee matches. There seems to be live music everywhere in Key West, including at brunch.
Thus far, Key West has lived up to every expectation I have had, and they were considerable. There's something about, I've said this before, going all the way to the end of whatever it is, Provincetown, maybe up in Maine. This is all the way to the end of the island chain of America, southernmost point of America. And there's something about when you get all the way, you gotta wanna get there. So even a vacation destination like this that's closer to a major metro, you're not gonna have the same feeling. This being 3.5-hour drive from Miami, you gotta want it. And by the time you get here, everybody's on the same wavelength, and it's a good one.
Sandy's Cafe, a long-standing sandwich and coffee shop and laundromat. It's a daily stop for many locals. This place has been in the same family for over 70 years and is run by Sandy Jr., the son of a Cuban immigrant. They are known for their Cuban sandwich and their divine café con leche, aka Cuban coffee.
There is a rooster crowing right over there, so we may hear that. Lots of poultry on the island. This Cuban coffee, with that little bit of sugar in it, might be the best coffee I've ever had. I mean, I know, that sounds like hyperbole. I don't think I've ever had one before. It is incredible. I could drink this all day, and maybe will.
Fortuitously, we are joined on our visit by the mayor of Key West, Didi Henriquez.
How long have you been in Key West?
I was born here. I'm a conch.
We've met two of you now. I just assumed everybody was from somewhere else.
No, I was born here. It is very special down here.
Yeah.
The people here are very loving, very caring. We have a motto here where we're one human family.
Okay.
So we accept everyone and anyone, and it's just very special here.
Yeah.
There's no stress.
Yeah.
You can't go past 35 miles an hour.
Right.
Nobody's in a hurry.
Right.
And there's something called mañana in Spanish, means we'll take care of it tomorrow.
We'll take care of it tomorrow. Do people drink coffee all day here?
They do,
Yeah?
yes,
Okay.
and it's mostly Cuban coffee. I mean, they do drink American coffee, but Cuban coffee will get you through the day.
Is that the biggest thing to focus on, is preservation? Rather than trying to like, oh, we have to do this or that. But like, we have so many great things here, let's make sure it stays great?
You'd be surprised. We are 2 miles by 4 miles, and you would think, what could you do in the city of Key West in 2 miles and 4 miles? But we have our water. Our water quality is, we're very passionate about our water quality.
Yeah.
We have the cultural, we have the history, we have the arts, you know, the music.
Yeah.
So we just have so much history here that I just want to preserve this for years to come.
Thank you. What is this?
I was saying, if you want to come in, you can come in and see the chamber.
Yes,
oh, that'd be amazing.
It used to be
the point for the city of Key West, it's the southernmost point.
Yes.
And then you have the city of Key West seal.
That is so cool.
And I'll give one, make sure I give one to each and every one of you.
Thank you so much.
You're very
this is
welcome.
amazing. Thank you so much for your time, for this and your time.
This will
absolutely
not get you out of jail, though.
Okay, all right, that's good to know.
Well, he likes the bright lights, big time movie scene friend. She's a good-hearted woman, in love with a good time man.
I've been playing music professionally since 2003. I came down here living out of my van, actually. I graduated from Bucknell University, and I bought a van, and I just toured around, played music in it. Then the winter came around, and I got cold, and I hightailed it to Key West. At that time, I was just playing on the street. I would just play Duval Street and have a good time and make some good money. And, you know, just the bars, there's a good demand for musicians down here. Right now, I'm gigging 5-6 days a week.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
It's like a full-time job.
Full-time, yeah, full-time. Well, the other thing about Key West is I can gig full-time, and it's not really super busy. In other places like Denver, if you're gigging in Denver, you're driving an hour or 2 or 3 or 4, you know, to your next gig. You got to gig up in the mountains, and it's just like, okay, that's the haul. You know, down here, I rode my bike. You know, I rode my bike to the gig, and it's a mile home.
You know what it is? It is a European colony in America, because many European countries, they're always like, you Americans, you care too much about punching the clock and working hard, and you know, you stress yourselves out too much. You need to just relax and have some pasta and tomatoes and wine or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is true. They're right.
Right.
And also, they don't really invent anything. So all of the American stress kind of does a lot of great things. The iPhone.
Right.
I don't know. But you need both. So it is a colony down here in America. It's one of the coolest parts of America, I think. You couldn't have America be all this.
Right.
You can't have the plane be all the black box. You can't make the whole plane out of the black box, but you do need the black box, and this is the black box.
I agree. You're here, and it doesn't. We've mentioned that a couple times. It doesn't feel like you're in the U.S.
No, it doesn't.
For a lot of different reasons.
Really, yeah.
But I think that's a part of it too. Is like it just feels like it is a different time.
Yes.
Like a different vibe, a different flow.
Time feels different here.
And what did that guy say we met last night? He's like, we get more done in a week than you do in a day.
Yes.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
And I think that's very accurate.
That's the vibe.
It's a vibe.
On the end of the pier, at the southern end of the island, there's a different vibe. From here, it's 90 miles of open water to Cuba. I talked to a local who says he occasionally finds homemade rafts washed up on shore. He says they're made of styrofoam, plastic Coke bottles, and anything else one can get their hands on to set off under the cover of night in hopes of making it from Cuba to the Keys. By the time he finds them, the rafters are gone, disappeared through the mangroves, or, in the worst cases, never having made it. When one stands here and faces south, it's hard not to imagine the journey. Out there, in the dark, at the whims of the ocean, driven by the desperation you must have to board such a vessel in the open water, for the chance, however likely, of reaching paradise to the north. Amidst an otherwise jubilant setting, there is no lesson here, only reality, and an acknowledgement that a different world is terribly close. Sandy and his family also own a food truck and aptly named bar near the southernmost point marker. Everything here is remarkably refreshing.
Yes, I grew up here. The very beginning was my father coming over from Cuba when he was 20 years old. And he worked in a couple of places, but then he started Sandy's across the street from the Cuban Club, I think on the 1100 block of Duval Street. And he started there, and he would run the food across the street to the Cuban Club where all the men would play dominoes. Then years later, we had Sandy's Cafe. We opened that up, and that, you know, it's part of Key West. You know, Café con Leche is, I mean, when I was a child, before I went to school, they wanted to know why they had to, you know, hold me down. But children back then used to dip their Cuban bread in the coffee, and that was our breakfast.
Really?
A lot of caffeine.
Wow. So that's in your blood.
That's in my blood, and there's nothing better than a café con leche.
The first time I ever had it was today, and it was amazing. It really did blow my mind. What is it? What's in there?
Roasted beans.
Yeah.
Dark roasted beans, and a little bit, about that much of the cup is the strong coffee, and the rest is milk.
The rest is milk.
Sugar.
And a little sugar, yeah?
Yeah, and it's you know,
so good. Yeah.
Couldn't live without it.
What makes a great Cuban sandwich?
Great Cuban sandwich is, I think, roasting your own pork. Cumin, garlic, salt, pepper, lime, or sour oranges when you can find them. So it starts ham, the pork, Genoa salami, which is a hard salami, Swiss cheese, pickles, just doing it for such a long time and, you know, getting it right, you know.
Have you ever moved anywhere else?
No, I
It'd be
wouldn't.
hard.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I've seen other places in the world. You know, you think about retiring somewhere, or not. You know, have sand in my shoes. I can't leave here.
What do you love about it now?
This is my whole life. You know, this is. It's a great town. It's an accepting town. I mean, other places I see all this tension. Here, we didn't know that tension. We were just. We play together. We. There isn't that distinction here.
Sure.
This is not like, you know, any other place.
Why do I do the things I do? Is I for this way myself ain't fool. I shoot the lights and the curves are dark. And you know love, I break your heart. And I know the words to bring you back, but I don't see nothing as I walk you back. I had a word to be the jerk I wanna be. It ain't easy.
It's pretty sweet.
To Mallory Square for sunset. It's the densest area we've visited yet, packed with, there's no other way to say it, throngs of tourists crowding the rail, each one recording their own version of the sun making its way toward the horizon. Despite the crowd, the sunset is stunning, and the desire to capture it is so strong that even I, accompanied by a camera crew, somehow felt the need to take out my phone and start recording. The sun finally dips out of sight, and the onlookers are satisfied.
Are they cheering? They're cheering.
Why am I drinking this?
Because it's whiskey.
Oh, but why am I drinking this whiskey?
Because it said it was called chicken cock, and I couldn't tell, but I thought it may be like a local something because there are chicken cocks, which I believe is what they're called.
So it's a local cocktail.
All very nice. Also, I don't know if you know, but whiskey is colloquially referred to as Hemingway's lemonade. Yes, because he was an alcoholic.
But we asked the lady today, we asked Alexa today, Alexa, is Hemingway a big drinker? She said yes, but what was his drink? She's like, I'm not really sure.
She was playing it close to the vest.
Coy.
He loved everything. He did love rum in his Key West phase,
Yeah.
but he was a whiskey man at heart. Listen, there's a movement right now in America and in the world, probably aware of it, movement towards drinking less, towards, for many, sobriety, full-on sobriety, optimization, self-care, all those things. Overall, great thing. I support it. Some people, I think it goes too far. Obviously, if you have a problem with drinking, you should drink less or not drink at all. If you don't, for me, there is still, dare I say, magic in a good cocktail, or even one of these things from Flying Monkey's Saloon here in Key West. And if you look around us, yes, there's debauchery. Yes, there are mistakes being made. Yes, there are bad things happening in the name of alcohol, but also there are good things. There are friends being made. There are relationships being deepened. There are experiences happening, beautiful things that would not have happened otherwise had it not been for a bar or a Duval Street or a chance encounter like the one we just had with those very drunk gentlemen upstairs. Was it weird? Yes. But were they lovely in their own way? Honestly, yes. Ben says no, but I think yes. The thing is, vacation destination, you come, a big part of it is looking at the water, just having it there is nice. But at some point, it feels like to do the thing right, you gotta go in the water.
I agree. Shaking hands with nature.
Yes.
And also, it's nice and hot outside, and the water looks like inviting. No horseplay.
Strictly enforced. That's you.
No horseplay.
No horseplay. That's you.
What?
I know how you like to horseplay.
What if I just pushed you in right now?
That's horseplay.
That'd be considered horseplay?
That's horseplay and jumping from steps. That's
Would
two
we get
strikes.
ticketed? What if you got a ticket for horseplay?
I was an innocent bystander. Check it out. We'll see if we can see anything down there.
Oh, ho, ho.
Son of a gun.
The drive-by shark warning. That's a first. That's a first.
Hope to see something down there. There was just a shark.
Yeah. You'll be fine, though.
They said, hey, what are you guys shooting? Oh, cool. That'll be fun. By the way, there's sharks in there. We just saw one. So good luck.
Fortunately, we see no sharks. Less fortunately, we see nothing at all. The guy at the snorkel shop told us the water would be too cloudy to see much, but in our exuberance to take the full ride, we went out anyway. He was right. Something about the wrong direction of the wind. Anyway, there are worse things than a failed bout of snorkeling in Key West. Swanson and I flap around for a half an hour, then hose down, for it's approaching the hour for our long drive back to Miami. But first, a delicious and comically large red snapper melt at Schooner's, where unsurprisingly, they have live music.
Look at this. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful than this? I say that every episode. Oh,
That's the best day of my life.
send lawyers, guns, and money. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Then, our final stop at Moondog Cafe for the one local delight we have not yet sampled. The key lime pie is one of the few eponymous American dishes that stands the test of time. The buffalo wing, the Philly cheesesteak, and this glorious mound of meringue, crust, and filling. Standing on a street corner, eating tropical pie with a plastic fork is my preferred environment for reflection. A mayor calling their city one human family is understandable and in ways to be expected. But when the city's longtime residents repeat the sentiment, unprompted, it gives the idea credence. I expected to find the same transients typically connected with beach destinations here, but instead felt a certain permanence and authenticity everywhere we went. It's the same sense of calm you feel in conversation with someone firmly comfortable with who they are. 6 hours to the north is Disney World. I am happy, and indeed relieved, to report that I found not a single trace of Mickey Mouse in Key West. This is a blissful reminder that some things have not yet been ruined. This place is not immune to commercialism, of course, but the commerce here seems to serve the community rather than the other way around. It's America, but barely. It's the Conch Republic. See you next time, friends.
Ready?
There we go.
Ah! Wrong way! Ah! Oh!
Get out!
Get out of here! Ah! What are you doing? Get out! Get a chicken in the car! Here, move. Becky!
Hold on.
Becky, let's go! Out!
Welcome to Bonaire. No loud noises.
Hard.
Problems with this Bonaire.
Oh, maybe you pull it. I think you can pull it.
Pull your Bonaire.